All right. Ooh, red. It's red. Red is here. Ba da ba ba. Gonna dig me a hole. Gonna put a nerd in it. What did you get from the burrito place? Uh, well, what's the burrito of the day today? I mean, you can never go wrong with saving money, right? If it's a good choice for burrito of the day. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what Friday's burrito of the day is. Uh, well, yeah, no. If it's tofu, no. That's obviously a no. Fairly certain I have Jolly painting already. I do. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of the pulled pork, personally, but that's just me. I have that one as well. Pretty sure I've got all of these. Wild right half. Yep, got that one too. I mean, you could always, if you don't mind spending money, you could always do the meat lovers and get like, then they put like the pulled pork, ground beef, and chicken on it. Oh, serene painting. I, I don't have serene painting. It is pricey. That's the only problem. It's always the damn fake one. Um, yeah, I mean, I usually just do the pulled pork if it's like, obviously I'll do the ground beef when ground beef is the burrito of the day, and I'll do chicken when chicken is the burrito of the day, but otherwise I usually just do pulled pork. No, no. I mean, they do have fish options too. I know Nikki did the what was it? She did the shrimp, I think. Oops, I didn't mean to pick up that bench. Well, they like you, so they always like overdo yours. They overdid mine once, and I actually was like, thank God I had a fork on me because mine fell apart. I'm guessing this means you're on the clock, sir. I don't know. I've honestly, I'm off. I was off for 2 days. I didn't pay attention to the schedule. I don't know who's closing tonight. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, excuse me. Oop, weed. Thank you for the follow. Who don't you know, though? Oh, I see. Telling tales out of school, eh? Oop. That's what happens when you look away from the screen just before you go to dig. Halos. And you look away from the screen when you're about to try and fill the hole. Put my fence back up. Help Shane decide what he's gonna. Oh, there you go. So he's just gonna go get a burrito. He's gonna live wildly and get a burrito, and he doesn't have his mind made up. Although to be fair, that was me when I went to Subway the other day for lunch. I decided I wanted Subway because I hadn't had Subway in a while. And then I walked in there and stood there blankly at the menu because I couldn't think of what I actually wanted. Like a damn fool. Is it sad I don't even remember what they told me the turnip price was? I'm pretty sure it sucked though. But I'll ask again because I can't remember. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Hey, you know that actually you might not have known about this, but you know that the I took the stuff for the donation home because I'm going to be able to drop it off tomorrow. Tomorrow? No. Whatever. Anyways, sometime this weekend. Anyways, uh, some guy had left a Wii U behind. He had reformatted and everything. So since I know they're just going to ask me to test the machine anyways, I figured I'd test it first to before bringing it over, just so that they don't have to bring it back to me. And it works really, really well. But it was one of the ones from when Nintendo was giving away the pre-installed copy of Mario Kart. So Mario Kart's on it already by default. So I spent most of the afternoon transferring my Wii U account to this Wii U just to add Mario Kart to my Wii U library, even though I'll never play it in a million years. Because I've got, obviously, Mario Kart for the Switch. And that, other than today, I don't remember the last time I even turned on my Wii U. Yeah, it. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I was like, wow, this one has Mario Kart on it. And then I remember, like, I kind of forgot, and then it was like, oh, there's a new guy working at the At the plate, at the brain gone. New burrito man. At the place that sells stuff, yes. Hey, that's a little bit better. Wonder if we'll keep trending in the upward direction. The Lord's food wrapped in heavenly goodness. The animals in a blanket. Oh, wrong button. If Shane had been like Noah and God said to collect two animals to put them on an ark, that's all Shane would have heard, and he would have assumed he was supposed to have a cookout on the ark. The best burrito ever. The last burrito ever eaten. If Shane was Noah, he would have invented the turducken. I don't know, man. If you were Noah, you would have been stuck on an ark with your family for 40 days and 40 nights with nowhere to go and no Wi-Fi. Oh God. This took a dark turn. I have invented fire. I feel like if Shane was like on the minnow in Gilligan's Island, when he finally was rescued, he'd be the only one still alive. I mean, if you ate the skipper first, at least, you wouldn't have to eat the others for a while, at least. Steve. Not when you make comments like that, you don't know. Your mind's always the first one in the gutter. Probably because it never literally left the gutter. I already know how to make a peach chair. Oh boy. Oh, oh. Wait, I'm confused. How do I have 5 fossils? It only spawns 4 a day. Ba ba da ba dum ba ba. So foggy. I only went to the next day though. No. Oops. Ba, ba. So I got my wife that Switch because she wanted to play Animal Crossing. I got it all set up for her. It's all ready. She hasn't touched it yet. At all. Put something away. Oop. Dang it. Why does the home button and the plus button need to be so close together? Okay. Upward trend. That's not an upward trend. That's actually worse than the previous day. So annoying. 12 p.m. I left my cup at work, didn't I? By the way. Yeah. I had a feeling I did. Well, actually, I knew I did because I got home that night and I got out of the car and I went to go check our mailbox to see if we had any mail, which we did. Not a lot, but we had some. And as I was gathering it all in my hands, I realized, oh, I don't have my cup. I must have left it in the car. So I walked back over to the car, didn't even open the door, just looked inside, saw that it wasn't in the cup holder, and I was like, well, son of a bitch. Bum, bum. Oh, I'll probably just dump it. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Oh, where am I going? I'll have a fresh drink with me. Well, it I don't mind flat pop if it's just flat, like it's just gone flat. But after what's going to be almost 3 days, uh, that's too flat. Wait, what did it say? It still sucked, right? Oh yeah, it really sucked. What day of the week is it? It's Thursday. Okay. So it's not likely to go up for the rest of this in-game week. But we will look anyways. So, um, we went to my wife's cousin's on Christmas Day, uh, after I picked up my wife from work, uh, for Christmas dinner. And so it's like her cousins, her uncle, her aunt, her grandmother, and so on. Her aunt decided a long time ago that I must collect decks of cards, right? Because I'd had a few decks of cards, not a lot, like one or two decks of cards, um, that I'd gotten. Nothing major, like whatever. Anywho, she noticed that I had these ones, and so she decided, oh, you must collect decks of cards. So every time she goes on vacation, anytime, she always brings me back a deck of cards from wherever they go. I now have so many decks of cards. It's not that one. It's not this blue container here specifically, but it's one exactly the same size. It is completely filled with decks of cards. I get them as gifts, etc. Anywho, so you know those little cracker things, right? With the little paper crowns, and they usually have like a joke or a riddle in them, and so forth, right? They usually have like a joke or a riddle in them, and then there's usually like a little toy or whatever. No word of a lie. The one I get has this in it. And yes, it's a deck of cards. It's a tiny deck of cards. But it's a deck of cards nonetheless. That was what was in mine. And my aunt just started howling when she saw it. She was like, oh, it was meant to be. Oh yeah, like I have around 200 decks of cards now. At least, like probably more than that. But last time I counted, I was somewhere in the 170 range. And that was quite a few years ago. I've got like, what it was is I had two decks of cards. I had a Mickey Mouse deck with Mickey Mouse on the back that I had gotten in Disney World when I was a kid, and I had another deck of cards that I got as a gag gift in a gift exchange with my family when I was a kid, that my cousin got for me because he found it and had my name on the back of it. Those were my only two decks of cards. I wasn't collecting cards. I never intended to collect cards. But now I have hundreds. I've got Star Wars themed decks. I've got X-Men themed decks. I've got Batman themed decks. I've got Justice League themed decks. Decks from like all these different tropical countries that I've never been to, like Jamaica and the Bahamas and God knows where else. I've gotten like weird shaped decks of cards. Like I've got a deck of cards that's actually transparent. I've got an oversized deck of cards, so like the cards are like 2 or 3 times the normal size. I've got a deck of cards that are like oval shaped, like the cards are probably like the size of this remote, but they're like rounded on the top and bottom. And now I have a mini deck. And if it was easy to dig the actual container that it's in out to put these ones in there, I would, but it's not, so I won't.